You know the car market is in trouble when dealerships start looking like parking lots instead of showrooms. Right now, across the country, tens of thousands of brand new vehicles are just sitting, not selling, not moving. We're talking about new cars with over 100, 150, even 200 days of inventory. And in today's market, that's a major red flag. Using the latest data from CarEdge, we've identified 12 vehicles that buyers are completely ignoring in 2026. And here's the crazy part. Some of these were hot sellers not that long ago. So what went wrong? Let's break it down, starting from the least bad to the absolute worst. Number 12, 2026 Buick Envision. Kicking off the list is the Buick Envision, and honestly, this one has a pretty specific story behind it. The Envision is built in China, and when the US government slapped a 45% auto import tariff on Chinese-built vehicles in 2025, GM had a decision to make. And what did they do? They passed the entire cost straight to the customer. We're talking roughly a $5,000 price hike in less than a year, pushing the starting price to around $43,000 for a vehicle that doesn't exactly scream premium. Consumers look at this thing and ask, why am I paying near luxury money for a mid-grade Buick crossover? GM has announced they're moving Envision production to Kansas, but that's not happening until 2028. So until then, this thing is stuck in tariff purgatory. The Envision is sitting at 256 days of market day supply, with over 13,600 units gathering dust at dealerships across the country. Average selling price is around $47,100. Number 11, 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. The Grand Cherokee L is the three-row version of Jeep's flagship SUV, and it's been stuck on lots longer than most shoppers realize. Here's the core problem. Stellantis, Jeep's parent company, has been playing a price high and hope for the best game for a few years now. That strategy is catching up with them. The Grand Cherokee L is pushing $50,000 plus, which puts it in a segment full of more refined competition. Think Kia Telluride, Hyundai Palisade, even three-row Toyota options. And Jeep just doesn't have the luxury brand perception to justify that price gap. Throw in some dealership shenanigans, extra fees, long service wait times, and some owners reporting infotainment screen failures, and you've got a recipe for people walking away and choosing something else. CarEdge data shows the Grand Cherokee L with 278 days of supply and over 7,300 units sitting on lots. Average transaction price right around $50,500. Number 10, 2026 Ford Bronco. This one might surprise a few of you. Not long ago, the Bronco had wait lists, dealer markups, and people camping out to get one. That hype has completely evaporated. The off-road capability is still there. Nobody's taking that away from the Bronco. But once you actually try to live with it day to day, the cracks show. Wind noise from those removable roof panels is described by owners as unbearable. Water leaks are a common complaint. The ride is stiff, fuel economy is rough, and it just isn't a pleasant daily driver. But the bigger issue right now is a recall involving the API-M module, the Accessory Protocol Interface module, which can overheat and completely shut down your center touchscreen for up to 5 minutes while you're driving. That means no navigation, no backup camera, no radio. In a near $50,000 truck, that's not acceptable. The Bronco is at 280 days of market day supply. And here's the wild part. There are over 34,000 units sitting at dealerships right now. That is a massive number. Average selling price is $47,700. Number 9, 2026 Dodge Charger. The new Dodge Charger might be one of the most controversial relaunches in recent automotive history, and the slow sales reflect that. Dodge essentially tried to combine the old Charger and old Challenger into one platform available in both gas and electric. Sounds ambitious. The problem is, it's not landing with either crowd. On the gas side, the Hemi V8 is gone. It's been replaced by a 3.0-liter twin-turbo inline-six called the Hurricane. It makes solid numbers on paper, 550 horsepower in the Scat Pack, but hardcore Dodge fans just aren't feeling it. The visceral V8 experience is a huge part of why people bought these cars, and that's just gone. And then there's the price. The base gas Charger RT 6-pack starts at nearly $52,000. That's a $15,000 jump over the previous generation's entry price. The days of an affordable Dodge muscle car are basically over. The Charger is sitting at 309 days of market day supply with over 7,700 units on lots. Average selling price is $59,800. Number 8. 2026 Jeep Gladiator. The Gladiator is a unique vehicle. It's basically a Wrangler with a pickup bed bolted on. And for a while, that uniqueness worked in its favor. But the market has shifted. The lifestyle truck segment is cooling off in a tightening economy. People are getting more practical with their purchases, and the Gladiator's weaknesses as a daily driver, mediocre fuel economy, ride quality that gets old fast, and limited bed utility compared to traditional midsize trucks are becoming harder to overlook. It's also being squeezed hard by the refreshed Toyota Tacoma and Ford Ranger, both of which offer better real-world usability. Meanwhile, a loaded Gladiator is pushing well past $50,000. For the money, a lot of buyers are just making a smarter choice elsewhere. Some dealers are reportedly offering 20% off MSRP just to move them. CarEdge has the Gladiator at 323 days of supply with over 16,300 units sitting on lots nationwide. Average transaction price is $50,300. Number 7. 2026 Chevrolet Blazer EV. The Blazer EV has had one of the roughest launches of any vehicle in recent memory, and the 2026 model is still dealing with the fallout. The headline issue is the removal of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. GM replaced it with a native Google-based system, and consumers have absolutely roasted them for it. Owners call the software utter trash. Frozen screens, rear camera blue screen failures, and in some cases, the car doesn't even shut down properly after you get out. There was a stop sale order in 2024 to fix these problems. But based on owner reports, the 2026 version still has issues. There's also a recall on the parking brake wiring harness. It can rub or corrode, causing the brake to either activate unexpectedly or fail to engage at all. Buyers aren't clueless anymore. They're doing the homework and walking away. The Blazer EV is at 329 days of market day supply with over 3,100 units piling up at dealerships. Average selling price is $49,300. Real quick, if this kind of data-driven content is useful to you, hit that like and subscribe button right now. Appreciate it. Okay, number 6, 2026 Nissan Altima. The Altima showing up here is kind of a sad story, honestly. This is a car that's been around forever and served a lot of families well. But Nissan has basically announced this is the last generation. The 2026 Altima is the final one before the nameplate gets discontinued. And once consumers hear this car is being killed off, resale value collapses and smart shoppers move on to the Camry or Accord instead. But beyond the discontinuation, there are long-standing reliability issues following the Altima around. Nissan's Xtronic CVT has been a problem for years, and when a CVT goes out, repair costs can hit $5,500. The 2.5-liter engine is also known for excessive oil consumption. We're talking potentially $60 a month in oil top-offs on a car you're still making payments on. That's not a good look. According to CarEdge, the Altima has 357 days of market day supply, with just over 1,100 units currently for sale. Average selling price is $30,900. Number 5, 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4-door. Yes, Jeep shows up again, and this time it's the regular Grand Cherokee, not the L. 2 separate Jeep models in the top 5. That tells you everything you need to know about where the brand is right now. The Grand Cherokee used to be the sweet spot, a capable, relatively affordable midsize SUV. But Stellantis has pushed prices so high that it's lost its identity. You're now looking at a $47,000 plus on average, competing against crossovers from Hyundai, Kia, and Toyota that offer more refinement and better reliability reputations at similar or lower prices. Long service wait times, infotainment screen issues, and some dealership practices that add thousands to the final price have all damaged consumer trust in the brand. Jeep is learning the hard way that loyalty has limits. As per the data, the Grand Cherokee at 365 days of market day supply, essentially a full year of supply. And get this, there are over 22,500 units sitting on lots right now. That is the largest raw inventory number on this entire list. Number 4, 2026 Mitsubishi Outlander. The Outlander's main problem is pretty simple. It markets itself as a 3-row family SUV, but it doesn't really deliver on that promise. Mitsubishi moved to a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine for 2026. That's 174 horsepower in a vehicle that weighs over 3,700 pounds. Reviewers and owners have called it lethargic. When you're merging onto a highway with a car full of people, lethargic is not what you want to feel. And that third row, it's essentially useless for anyone taller than a 10-year-old. Call it a 2+2 plus a tight squeeze at best. Combine that with vague steering, a soft brake pedal, and dealer markups pushing prices toward $45,000, and the Outlander's biggest competitive advantage, value, is completely gone. The Outlander is sitting at 372 days of market day supply with over 7,600 units on lots across the country. Average selling price is $37,100. Number 3, 2026 Jeep Wrangler 2-door. Third Jeep on this list, and it's specifically the 2-door version, which tells you a lot about where buyer preferences have gone. Most people who want a Wrangler want the 4-door Unlimited. It's just more practical, more seating, more cargo room, better for families. The 2-door has become more of a niche buy, but Jeep is still pricing it like it's a premium product. A Willys trim 2-door is over $51,000. That's a tough sell. And the pricing isn't the only issue. Some 2026 owners have reported powertrain failures and check engine lights appearing in under 1,000 miles. That destroys trust. The 2-door Wrangler is at 373 days of market day supply with over 9,200 units sitting on dealer lots. Average selling price is $42,500. Number 2, 2026 Ford Mustang Mach-E. The Mach-E story is rough, and the numbers tell the tale. Ford EV sales dropped off a cliff in Q1 2026, with Mach-E deliveries down over 60% compared to the same period last year. That is a collapse, not a dip. So what happened? A few things hit at once. First, the Mach-E lost its $7,500 federal tax credit eligibility. Second, depreciation on these things is brutal. We're talking around 60% of its original value lost over 5 years, one of the worst in the EV segment. Buyers are figuring out they can get a pre-owned Mach-E with a few thousand miles in the low $20,000. Why would you buy new for over $40,000? Third, there are active recalls involving headlight failures and ongoing concerns about Blue Cruise software and a rollaway bug. The Mach-E is sitting at 548 days of market day supply. That's nearly a year and a half of inventory. There are over 4,100 units waiting for buyers. Average selling price is $49,500. Number 1, 2026 Audi SQ5. And here we are. Number 1 on the list, the single lowest selling new vehicle in America right now, and it's not even close. The 2026 Audi SQ5 completely redesigned, and according to owners and critics, Audi made it worse. The turbocharged V6 still performs well. That's not the complaint. The complaint is the interior. Owners who loved the previous generation are calling the 2026 model cheap. Too much glossy piano black plastic everywhere that shows every fingerprint and scratches if you look at it wrong. And Audi moved the climate controls into the touchscreen, which means doing something as basic as adjusting the temperature takes your eyes off the road. Then there are the software bugs. The MMI system randomly mutes itself like it's getting a phone call when there is no call. Navigation shows directions on screen but stops announcing them out loud. Harsh gear changes in dynamic mode. These are things that should not happen on a $76,000 vehicle. According to CarEdge, the SQ5 has a jaw-dropping 626 days of market day supply. That's almost 2 years of inventory. So there you have it, 12 new 2026 vehicles that are stacking up at dealerships with no takers. If you found this useful, smash that like button. It genuinely helps the channel. And if you want to see more data-driven content like this, hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.